In this video, I will discuss some kinematics problems. This is question number 1. With what speed should a body be thrown upwards so that the distances traversed in 5th second and 6th second are equal? 5th second is the time interval between 4 seconds and 5 seconds, and 6th second is the time interval between 5 seconds and 6 seconds. These are consecutive time intervals, and since the distances traveled in the consecutive time intervals are the same, so the situation should be like this. The object is thrown from the ground. It should reach the highest point at 5 seconds. The 5th second is on the left side. It is 4 seconds to 5 seconds. And the 6th second is from 5 seconds to 6 seconds. So the situation is like the object reaches the maximum height point at time t equal to 5 seconds. Now using the equation of motion v equal to u minus gt, at this point the velocity v is 0 and use the initial speed with which it is thrown from the ground, and acceleration is g due to the earth, and time is 5 seconds to reach the maximum height point where v is 0. So from this we get the initial velocity u as 5 times g, that is 5 into 9.8, 5 times 9 is 45, and 5 times 0.8 is 4. So it is 49 meters per second. So the correct option is option B. Let's move on to the next question. Initially car A is 10.5 meter ahead of car B. Both start moving at time t equal to 0 in the same direction along a straight line. The velocity time graph of two cars is shown in the figure. The time when car B will catch with car A will be. So this is the velocity time graph. The car A is moving with a uniform velocity of 10 meters per second. Car B is starting from 0 speed at t equal to 0 and is accelerating. So we can expect the car B to overtake car A at some instant. At time t equal to 0, this is the situation. The car B is behind and car A is ahead by 10.5 meters. Let us choose the x-axis such that the origin of x-axis is at the location of B at time t equal to 0. So using the equation of motion x equal to x0 plus velocity into time, this is for a object moving with a constant speed. Car A is moving with a constant speed, and xa0 is 10.5 meters and the speed is 10 meters per second. So it is 10.5 plus 10 into t. So displacement of the car B is x0 plus ut plus half at square. x0 is 0 because we are choosing the origin of the x-axis at the location of B at time t equal to 0. And initial velocity of B is 0, so we just have half at square. To get the acceleration of car B, we can use this graph. The slope is given as 45 degrees. Assuming that the scale in the time axis and the velocity axis are same, slope 45 degrees correspond to acceleration equal to 1. So from this we get xb as half t square. So at some instant when B catches up with car A, xa and xb will be equal. To get the time instant we have to equate this and this one. So from that we get the quadratic equation t square minus 20t minus 21 equal to 0. So when minus 21 is split into factors, it should sum up to minus 20. So the factors are minus 21 and 1. If you multiply, you get minus 25. If you add them, you get minus 20. So the factors are t minus 21 and t plus 1. Since the time t is positive, the value of time is 21 seconds when xa equal to xb. So the correct option is option A. This is the next question. A man moves in xy plane along the path shown. At what point in his average velocity vector in the same direction of the instantaneous velocity vector? The man starts from point P. So the man starts from point P and moves along this path. Average velocity vector is given as delta r by delta t, where delta r is the displacement. It is the vector joining the initial point and the final point. So the direction of the average velocity is same as the direction of the delta r, the displacement. Instantaneous velocity is given as dr by dt. So the direction of instantaneous velocity is direction of dr, and direction of dr is along the tangent of the path. So only at point C, the direction of the tangent and the direction of the displacement vector are same. At other points A, B and D, the displacement vector cuts the curve, so it is not tangent to the curve. So the correct option is option C. This is the next question. A ball is thrown vertically upwards. Which of the following plot represents the speed time graph of the ball during the flight if air resistance is ignored? So your body is thrown up. So at the highest point, the velocity will be 0 because the Earth's gravity is decelerating this object. And when it is going up, the velocity will keep on decreasing and become 0 at the highest point until it will come down. When it comes down, the velocity will keep on increasing. And the acceleration of the Earth's gravity is uniform because G is uniform for the distances we are concerned. So the velocity time graph will be a straight line. So there is one option which is matching this criterion, which is option C. So time t equals 0, the velocity is maximum. That is the speed at which it's thrown. So here it's moving up and the velocity is decreasing. And at this point, with the velocity 0, it has reached the maximum height point. After that, it's turning down and it's moving down with its velocity increasing. So the correct option is option C. This is the next question. The acceleration time graph of a particle moving in a straight line is shown in the figure. At what time the particle acquires its initial velocity? So here is a time dependent acceleration. Acceleration is decreasing and after some time it's becoming negative. The equation of this line is a by 10 plus t by 4 equal to 1. This is the equation of line in double intercept form. The intercept on the a-axis is 10. The intercept on the time axis is 4. So from this we get a as 10 minus 5 by 2 into t. And acceleration a is rate of change of velocity, just dv by dt. So from this we can get the velocity by integrating both the sides. So we get v as 10t minus 5 by 2 t square by 2 plus integration constant. At time t equal to 0, the velocity is u. So from that we get the integration constant c as u. So we have to find the time instant at which the velocity v is same as the initial velocity u. So for that, these two terms should add up to 0. So from that we get the value of t as 8 seconds. So time t equal to 8 seconds, the velocity is becoming same as the initial velocity. So velocity 8 seconds will be here somewhere. So after this 4 seconds, the acceleration will become negative. So 8 seconds is the correct answer. So correct option is option C.